To promote effective policies and actions for the sustainable management and protection of soil resources. That's just one of the goals for International Year of Soils, declared for 2015 by the 60th UN General Assembly. Welcome to this Tuesday's edition of Jamaica Magazine. Today we give you a bit of insight into other reasons for the focus on soil this year. And the Agriculture Ministry has soil conservation tips for all farmers. Plus,
who knows, I just go where the trade wind blows.
It's Reggae Month and we explore its early beginnings. We start things off right now with an important message, followed by the news.
I provide all my wants and needs. I got the sunshine, rivers and trees. Relief.
When me see Jah, me see a way. Drastically straight.
What are you doing to help the fight against crime?
Sitting on the corner, minding your own business, definitely not going to work.
It is time for us to unite.
Unite.
Unite for change.
Citizens coming together to make their respective communities safer. The police, schools, public health, business, churches, NGOs, parents and neighborhood watch volunteers.
As we, the police, do our job,
We as citizens need to do our part as well.
Report crimes or even suspicious activities.
Let's all work together.
As one united front against crime.
And make Jamaica the place of choice to
Live,
work, raise families, and do business.
Unite for Change, an initiative of the Ministry of National Security.
Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, February 3. The Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, KSAC, has launched a $2 million economic development program for persons in the 18 to 29 age group. Dubbed the Enterprise Assistance Program, the initiative is aimed at growing businesses within the city. Beneficiaries will get financial assistance, training, mentorship, and technical support. Under the program, businesses will be eligible for three types of grants: wage incentive grants of up to $130,000, business improvement grants of up to $100,000, and startup grants of up to $50,000. At the official launch on Monday, State Minister in the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Colin Fagan, said the initiative would help to strengthen small businesses.
It is also a known fact that entrepreneurs at the micro, small and medium enterprise level have a history of innovation and credit readiness, which makes the development of the sector even more worthwhile.
Industry Minister Anthony Hilton has welcomed Toyota Jamaica's $400 million investment in a new branch in the corporate area. The company recently broke ground for the new 26,000 square foot facility at 91A Old Hope Road in St. Andrew. The project is expected to be completed within a year.
This investment should be being made now in Jamaica. I think supports and underpins the point that is being made about the growing confidence of investors in the Jamaican economy and the opportunity for Jamaica to grow its economy through foreign direct investment.
100 jobs will be created during the construction phase, while another 40 persons will be employed when the branch opens in 2016. The Old Hope Road branch of Toyota Jamaica will be the third for the company. The others are located in St. James and on Spanish Town Road in St. Andrew. Government is working to make students more financially literate through a program designed for students in grades 4 to 7. The initiative, dubbed Taking Charge of the Financial Future of Youth in Jamaica, is being implemented by the Education Ministry and Money Basics for Kids Limited. It seeks to introduce children to proper money management skills. Education Minister Reverend Ronald Thwaite says the program complements the Junior Achievement Initiative that exposes primary school students to business practices.
The ministry hopes that the infusion of financial information into the school curriculum will redound to the personal benefit of students and teachers alike. You can infuse the basics of money literacy, financial literacy, money management into every single subject.
The program will be integrated into the curricula of several subject areas, including mathematics, language arts, social studies, entrepreneurship, and career education. The project will initially begin in 8 schools and is being sponsored by First Global Bank. Government continues to improve customer service in public offices and is giving the public a chance to pick the entities that have been serving them well. Members of the public can cast their vote in this year's public sector customer service competition. Modernization specialist at the Office of the Cabinet, Michelle Gordon-Somers, says the competition has helped to enhance service delivery at public sector entities.
Organizations are involved in business process improvement as a way of ensuring that transaction times are reduced for customers. Many organizations have improved in terms of the use of technology in improving service quality and improving access for customers as well.
Mrs. Gordon-Somers was speaking at a recent GIS think tank session. She said the public may vote for the public sector agency of their choice at various government entities by using the public sector customer service entry form. Voting can also be done online at cabinet.gov.jm or by calling 1-888-991-2752. The deadline for voting is March 31. And finally, firefighters have been lauded for their commitment to excellence in the fire service. The commendation came from Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Dion Jennings, who spoke on behalf of State Minister Colin Fagan.
We are indeed grateful to you for your service, your level of commitment, your dedication, and your devotion. And you have played a significant role in serving the citizens of Jamaica by protecting them from disasters.
Ms. Jennings was speaking at a function to honor Corporal J. Scott, the Firefighter of the Year based at the Kingston and St. Andrew Fire Prevention Division. He received a trophy and a cash prize of $150,000 courtesy of WorldNet Investment Company Limited. Second place went to Sergeant Tyrone Llewellyn of the St. Ann Division, while Jerome Archibald of the Manchester Division copped third prize. And that's it for GIS News today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.
Each time you're not paying full attention to the road environment, the greater your chances of getting in a crash like that. Plan routes to avoid focusing on GPS systems, prevent children from roaming in motor vehicles, turn down the volume of car stereo systems, pull off the roadway if you have to use mobile devices, do not read, watch television or eat while driving, avoid multitasking, and keep conversations with other passengers to a minimum. Whether you walk, ride or drive, avoid potentially fatal distractions.
We walk all over it, and just a few of us really realize just how important this natural resource is to the environment and our well-being. The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries recognizes that soil quality impacts food security, biodiversity, climate change, and more. That's why focus continues to be placed on soil conservation, an important practice to mitigate erosion and protect our soil for our livelihoods.
Where the land is steep, massive land slippage is likely to occur. Such soil erosion is more common where the land is left bare and there is heavy rainfall. Agricultural activities are often restricted. Though naturally occurring, soil erosion is also triggered by what we do, like cutting down trees and shrubs, which then leaves the land bare. On the contrary, there are things we can do and don't do to reduce and even prevent soil erosion from occurring. Farmers in the Blue Mountain Range are aware of the need for proper soil conservation practices, not only to protect the environment, but also their crops.
Most farmers utilize contour farming, right, as a soil conservation technique. We plant coffee along the contour to mitigate soil erosion and to minimize effect of runoff water. We do other methods, for example, individual basin, check dam, and the fundamental reason of a check dam on the slope is to trap the flow of the water so you have a lesser flow and to run off.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries, in partnership with the Forestry Department, has also been promoting agroforestry. This involves the growing of trees with agricultural crops. Rows of shrubs or trees are planted along the contour of sloping fields and crops grown between the rows. Then there's border planting, where trees are placed along the border of farm fields or other boundaries. It is best to have some lands left undisturbed so natural forest growth can take root. Based on the hazards involved, the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, has been working with community organizations, encouraging farmers not to remove trees to plant cash crops in these hilly areas.
We want to discourage farmers from the nomadic agricultural practice where you move from place to cut down the hillside to plant crops. So instead of cutting down 2 acres, you do a greenhouse this size, say 30 by 90, and you get much more than you'd get out of 2 acres.
Protective cultivation techniques like the greenhouse method provide the means for sustainable development in hilly terrains while keeping the land under vegetative cover. Surely, as is being demonstrated here, the trees providing cover can all be of economic benefit.
We have guava here. Out there you can see a garden cherry. Here you can see that's a custard apple. So we have a variety of fruits, as well as we have a variety of timber. But on this steeper slope down here, as you can see, you have a mahogany there, you have a mao there, you have bitter damsel, you have neem, you have teak, all different species. And the reason for this is to encourage the farmer to plant, because in the short term you will benefit from the fruit immediately.
The case may arise when it might seem necessary to remove a tree, but then comes an important responsibility.
If you move this mango tree, over a period of time, the root rot. Plant a mao, or you plant a mahogany, or you plant a neem, or any other tree, for argument's sake. If you have to move a tree, replace it.
Join in the effort. Protect and conserve this important natural resource, or soil. Until next time, take care.
Hope you learned a thing or two. Now, note these characteristics of healthy soil, courtesy of the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries.
Know your numbers and control the keys to a healthier heart. Know the numbers for your blood pressure, cholesterol level, blood glucose level, and your weight and body mass index. Find out the risks they represent and what you need to do to stay healthy. Talk to your doctor and start making healthy lifestyle choices to prevent a heart attack or stroke.
God knows how much I've tried, the truth I cannot hide, to keep you satisfied. A true love I know exists is the love I can't resist, so jump by my side. Ooh, yeah.
Sweet, sweet Jamaica.
My favorite reggae song is Stir It Up, Little Darling, from Bob. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up.
Hold on to what you've got, and that's by Dennis Brown.
My favorite reggae song will be She's Royal, yeah, so royal, and I want her in my life.
My favorite reggae group basically would be the Burning Spear.
Redemption Song by Bob Marley. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind.
A Chapter a Day by Jacob Miller.
It's from the Heptones, and it goes, we're having a party tonight. Tum, 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 tum.
I love Bob Marley's song, old redemption songs. Oh, pirate, yes, the rabbi.
Talking Blues, Bob Marley.
My favorite reggae artist is Burning Spear, you know, and I have a tune where say, should I go down on my knees and beg you for my people to be free, you know?
My favorite reggae song is What's the Motive, you know? Why them keep melting around the poor people in business. So it's got something like, what's the motive? Why them keep melting around the poor people in business? No, boss.
That's one of my favorite reggae melodies. And since this is Reggae Month, today we are exploring its rich history. If reggae can ever be edged to a set place, then 13 Brentford Road is its home. It was here at Studio One in 1968 that Rocksteady briefly went back 20 years, married the folk rhythms of Mento, and gave birth to reggae.
Up to 8, 6, then reggae.
The guitar led the reggae music orchestra, and the bass maintained the melodic patterns in the background. It is interesting to note that even though the fusion would change the course of local music history forever, it was to be one of its most celebrated strokes of luck.
No, I didn't really want to give out this piece of information, but since we're at it, I won't be mean. Clement Dad brought a piece of machinery to the studio for about a year. It was sitting there. And no one knew exactly what to do with it. And so they hooked it up one day and decided to implement it. And they discovered it was a tape delay. And so they hooked it into the machine and they started doing it into the recording. So when they put the guitar sounds through the tape delay, it comes back saying, the rest of studios hearing this recording out, they thought it was the guitar making that and just copied that, and that was the birth of reggae music.
Jackie Mittoo invited Larry Marshall to try out on the new sound. The experiment yielded Nanny Goat and Baby Tell Me Why. But it was Toots and the Maytals, Do the Reggae, that christened the music form forever. Reggae would deliver dance crowds from the sluggish rock-steady beat. The people needed a change in pace. Reggae upped the tempo. Reggae turned up the heat on some of the social and economic challenges that the people were facing. It premiered as the voice of the people. Reggae was a potent messenger for the Rastafari philosophy, which single-handedly cemented the music form as a cornerstone of Jamaican culture. Bob Marley was one of them who took to the music and the teachings. Marley had been around from the ska era. In 1961, he and a couple of his brethren, Peter Tosh and Bunny Livingston, formed the Rude Boys, which later became known as the Wailers. The teachings were often put to music in either Sir Coxson's Studio One or Duke Reid's Treasure Isle recording studios. The recording sessions overflowed with free-spiritedness and an abundance of talent. Hits were made by ear.
Studio One happens to be the station.
Studio One is widely regarded as the mecca of reggae music.
Studio One is called the University of Reggae Music. And as an artist, if you didn't work your way through that university, you would not be a complete artist.
This is the Motown of the Caribbean. Everything started right here, so, so right now you have to give a lot of respect to Mr. Dodd because he had a very good ear for music.
The local music industry learned the rudiments of music distribution as early as the 1940s, when English fans showed a willingness to buy its R&B covers. When American rhythm and blues were hard to come by, sound system owners Duke Reid and Sir Coxsone Dodd got artists like Stanley Motto to make their own. With the advent of a global village through the economic, social, and political phenomenon called globalization, it is now beyond one's mental facets, where this world-shaking cultural mystique known to humanity as simply reggae will take Jamaica, land we love. Whithersoever it goes, we go.
The Ebola virus is transmitted through direct contact with an infected person's blood or other bodily fluids like saliva, urine, stool, and semen. Symptoms of Ebola include sudden fever, intense weakness, muscle pain, headache, and sore throat. This may be followed by vomiting, diarrhea, and rash, and in some cases both internal and external bleeding, leading to death. Protect yourself. Avoid travel to Ebola-affected countries. Avoid contact with infected persons. Don't touch the body of someone who has died from Ebola. Wash hands frequently with soap and water and use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. To know more, call 1-888-663-5683.
Nice and east and second and see some of them trample the beast now. In ya. Boy, me never warm, forever burning. Can you see when the tables turn? Me said I love, I and I preaching, so every land of hate will burn. I asking, do you remember the days of slavery? Whoa. And I said, do you remember the days of slavery? I was there when the ships came and chastised in a Jesus' name. Them I wonder if me crazy, wonder if me sane. But the wall around I figure up in a flame. Watch out, and I know nothing for me walk in a room and start a fire. And I know nothing for me run in a room and start a fire. The whole of them a ask if me out of me mind, but Tronics never stop till the Pope resign. Whoa, yeah, I know nothing for me. We a go over the whole demography, and when we talk, I mean no hypocritic. When we say Rome, and that no geographic, but if I you feel ready, then are you. And I said teach me to live like the king of the kings. Really simply not some me bring up me thing. Man on top of the top, down on the flag, still I see I the governor that will stand up on top of the rhythm and sit up on top of the hey! And I know nothing to me. No nothing to me running in a row.
On that high note is how we close the pages of today's magazine. Thank you for sharing the experience with us. Share your feedback by emailing us at jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. And for all our smartphone users, keep up to date with the latest news by downloading our JIS News application. It's free. Simply visit Google Play Store, search for JIS and download. For today's episode and previous shows, tune in to our YouTube page. On behalf of the hardworking production team here at the JIS, I'm Adrian Atkinson. See you soon.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.